Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Couplet, a festival in verse in 2 days. A festival of verse in 2 days. I'm Addy Robinson McCulloch. I'm a local poet and a freelance editor. And Gwennifer asked me to get us started this morning because her morning help, she's way back there, didn't show up. So she's manning the front desk. The other day, Steve Roberts, who's here and is a poet, and I were talking, and Steve referred to Gwennifer as a Joan of Arc, and she certainly is that. She is very brave to be running an independent bookstore in a digital world, and even braver to launch a poetry festival and a new anthology, Testing the Waters. And we hope that this will be the first year of many. So thank you all for coming, and I hope that people will be joining us throughout the day. We're going to begin with readings from 4 North Carolina poets, and we're going to start with Richard Krawick.
Good job.
Whose second book of poems, She Hands Me the Razor, has been published by Press 53, and who heads up JCAR Press, and he will tell you more about JCAR Press shortly. Richard, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks all for coming. I began my life as a novelist, short story writer, moved into poetry. Now a small press publisher. You'll be able to see samples of our books over there. Last year we did a poetry cookbook anthology called The Sound of Poets Cooking, which was very well received. We had a lot of fun readings. We had some singing. Sylvia Freeman was back there taking photos with Fleur de Lisa, women's a cappella group that sings original songs using poetry as lyrics. And so they came and participated with us. I'm not going to talk a lot about JCAR Press. If you write, we do have competitions coming up soon in April. Deborah Kaufman was one of our first published poets. Stephanie Levin won the first full book competition chosen by Dorian Locks last year. And we have 2 really good judges this year, one of whom is included in the Penguin Anthology of 20th Century Poets, edited by Rita Dove. And we have another anthology coming out shortly. Levon Adams is in that, along with Deborah, Stephanie, Marge Piercy, Sam Ham, a lot of other 125 poets. And if you're interested, I can talk to you about that. I wanted to go first simply because I have trouble. There are 3 wonderful poets here, and I have trouble listening if I know I'm coming up. Because I've got my order and I'm set. Unlike Deb, who's and that's it, and I'm ready to go. I'm like, oh, I can't get the order. Maybe I should change this. Maybe I should change that, you know? So it's easier for me to enjoy the other poets if I read mine first. She Hands Me the Razor is my second book of poems, and I did conceive of this in a sort of a novelistic fashion. I believe in ambition. You know, we all write pulp poetry at times, but I think if you're putting something between the covers of a book, it should matter. You know, it should be something that you're really trying to make last. And so I conceived of this as a sort of like a novelistic movement. It's not exactly repeating characters, but it moves from young love through passion, betrayal, breakdown, out into the world. The second section is with a person going into the world and witnessing the world, and also calling back on their own memory and trying to interpret their own life. And it comes back again at the end to love, a more mature love. But a love that's also tinged with the recognition of one's own mortality and a sense of transcendence. So I'm going to read a few selections from this. I think I have 7 or 8 poems. She Hands Me the Razor. When I ask, she hands me the razor. Trust or faith? I don't know. Where to begin? To stroke upward, downward. I press the 3 whip-thin blades against her skin. How much pressure does she need? Do I want? It's always a matter of finding another's boundaries, one's own limits. I pull slowly across the arched muscle of her calf, the stretched tightness of her thigh. A few wisps of black hair escape. I press harder, feel that catch which halts my breath in mid-exhaust. No rose blooms, so I return to the world of breathing, slower now. I scrape off the lather with mincing strokes, reveal each dimple, freckle, curve, consider the flesh like Michelangelo. Where to daub, stroke, edge, how to reveal the many smooth faces of God. And the first blush of love, everything's just infused with passion. It's called pressing and yearning. You stood on the stool so you could reach down, cradle my face up to yours. We slow danced to Van Morrison. Have I told you lately that I love you? See, can't sing as well as Obama. You above, pressing down, me yearning, always this, pressing and yearning. Once I closed your eyes, circled you slowly, touched gently with my tongue the places you wouldn't anticipate. I lifted you to the bed, pressed into your yearning. You tossed your hair, a storm of disarray, then kissed and laughed your way down my body. I stroked, glided your arms, stomach, legs. After we tucked our feet beneath the covers, drank wine, pecked tortellini, salad, each other's lips. What is this we have, when nothing is more loving than anything else? A kiss, a phone call, the flash of eyes at the market, feather slip of hand on back, lips on neck. They say the spirit yearns to God or the universe, longs to join the cosmic symphony. When we press and yearn, we are already there, absorbing, dispersing, singing. What better home could we possibly find? As anyone who's been in love knows, when you're in love, you lie or lie to. You betray or are betrayed. That just goes with the property. Some things you recover from, some things you don't.